Finally, let's get into some volleyball. Much like other NAU teams, volleyball has gotten off to a bit of a rough start, beginning the season 0-4 before finally pulling off a win in its opener of the Lumberjack Classic against UC Davis. Sports reporter Frank Espinoza analyzes the team's experience so far.
NAU women's volleyball kicked off their season with the Lumberjack Classic. The Lumberjacks played both UC Davis and ASU in the tournament. Junior Taylor Jacobsen, who is ranked second in the league in kills for the spring, Jacobsen managed to get 15 kills in their match against UC Davis.
UC Davis was a great matchup, I feel like. They were a very physical team. Honestly, ASU too, very, very physical. And with ASU being from the Pac-12, I think it was super fun to see how we could hold up against them.
NAU won their first game with a score of 66-46, but their tough game against ASU ended in a loss.
UC Davis was a great matchup, I feel like. They were a very physical team. Honestly, ASU too, very, very physical. And with ASU being from the Pac-12, I think it was super fun to see how we could hold up against them, just because Pac-12 is a bigger conference. But I think kind of with the UC Davis win, seeing like we can battle with these teams and we can come out successful if we just do what we do every single day in practice.
What's unique about this season's team is that 12 of the 13 players from last season are returning. This is what Jacobsen says makes the team work.
Yesterday we were actually having a meeting talking about how nice it is to have a team that's as close as we are and being able to take advantage of our friendships both on and off the court, and I think that really reflects in how we play.
Because of last season's tough COVID restrictions, fans weren't allowed to attend games. Taylor says she's excited to welcome fans back.
It feels great. We talked about that all the time last year, how unfortunate it was for the freshmen last year to not have that experience. And I think having home court advantage again is just so nice, and it makes it so much more fun.
Although the preseason has had a rocky start with a standing of 2-7, Jacobsen says she's eager to turn this season around.
Feeling really good, actually. I know we've had a really tough preseason, but I think we've done a lot of growing, and I'm super excited to continue to see our freshmen grow because they're super, super good, and I think they're following along in our team dynamic really well. And I think we're really starting to piece together everything, and it's going to start flowing here really good really soon.
Now, NAU Volleyball is getting into the spirit of October just a tad too early, as this season has been a nightmare so far. What used to be a squad that was perennial contenders to win the Big Sky and compete in the NCAA tournament is now one that looks to be taking a step back as unforced errors continue to haunt the Lumberjacks. NAU had their first chance since 2019 to show off their skills to the fans, and they disappointed by only winning 1 of 3 matches. In the premier match against in-state rival Arizona State, the Lumberjacks had opportunities to win, but 15 serving errors would prevent the squad from scoring the upset in front of a packed Roll Activity Center. Maybe, just maybe, NAU can turn it around when Big Sky Conference play begins. But Brenden, I'm not liking the prospects of that.
All right, admittedly the season hasn't been going great for volleyball, with 3 games already being canceled. 2 due to Hurricane Ida at the Tiger Classic in LSU, as well as COVID protocols with the Louisiana Raging Cajuns at the SFA tournament. But there is a lot of promise going forward. A bright spot for this team has been sophomore outside hitter Lila Hollis. Hollis made the all-tournament team when NAU went down to Stephen F. Austin to play in the SFA tournament. She also had a career run that culminated in the Lumberjack Classic. In the win against UC Davis, she had a career-high 22 kills, beating her previous record that she set in the last match. She also put up 20 kills against ASU the following match. She only played in 1 set in the loss against New Mexico back on Saturday. The 2-7 Lumberjacks opened their conference schedule against the 3-6 Idaho Vandals last night, with results yet to come at the time of recording. NAU will remain at home to take on the Eastern Washington Eagles on Sunday at noon. After the break, sports reporter Tyler Murphy will give us a rundown on what's coming up across the sporting world in northern Arizona.